Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder of ISKCON, and as well as he has, because of whom this whole empire of ISKCON has been raised, and with his mercy and blessings, this is continuing again after his demise, also after he passed away. Still, 50 years is this is still this ISKCON is working on, and is growing and flourishing, which is unusual. So we are dedicating this whole session on towards his likeness. The topic is achievements of ISKCON and countering the last failure. Okay, this is going to be very controversial and very fiery session. I hope none of you will feel sleepier, and that's my challenge. I don't allow anybody else to sleep. Okay, so we will start. Roll up your sleeves. You do one like okay. Om Jnanatimirandasya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sutta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Rupam Sagrajatam Samagana Raghunathan Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sharanalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Hare Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Kanta Namostute Takta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Subhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Karo Divachalam Angulam Vete Kripatam Shri Guru Dhyatayam Paramananda Shri Chaitanya Hare Krishna. Okay, I'm audible? उसको थोड़ा ऑन करना पड़ेगा. Okay. And one more thing, I want one mic to be roaming around because I will be taking a lot of responses. Okay, is there? Okay, fine. Okay. So today's topic is achievement of ISKCON and countering the blasphemy. So there are two parts of this whole session is the achievements of ISKCON, but mostly we will be focusing on countering the blasphemy. Okay. In short, I will just count on what are the achievements of how ISKCON started. Many of you have already known this ISKCON movement is not just kind of a recent upstart. ये अभी का रिसेंटली नया बना बनाया इंस्टीट्यूशन नहीं है. This has beginning in our Indian history almost 500 years back. Who founded this? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is he has given this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and the Sankirtan movement as well, because till the time the chanting of mantra and the liberation was the proprietary of only few selected upper class and all these things. But Mahaprabhu made it public. This is the first public movement. Now, पहला सत्याग्रह किसने किया था? Everybody knows who did first सत्याग्रह? Mahatma Gandhi. Who said this? Yes, but I made you wrong. First satyagraha was done by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu almost 500 years back when he took, that was no non-violent satyagraha. So he took all the people around this and that time so called, that time ruler was Nawab Hussain Shah, his palace he went and there was a big gherav and Hamari Mange Puri, everything happened there and there was a talk between these two leaders and yes, demands were actually a secular movement is protected even in the Muslim country, Muslim rule, the Sankirtan was protected. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's the beginning of Sankirtan movement. And then all over the world, all over the India, this Sankirtan movement spread. Mahaprabhu पूरी तो इंडिया भर उन्होंने पदयात्रा किया. He went and everywhere he gave diksha for Hare Krishna Mahamantra and whole India was flourishing with this bhakti. This is the roots of our Krishna mind. Then it went on the parampara. Because you know, parampara, the evam parampara prakam, the knowledge comes through parampara. And this parampara continues. Parampara continued with the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya parampara and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's disciples, Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And finally, this became Senapati Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, he, of course, he got an instruction from his guru when he was just a young boy like you. He go ahead and preach this movement in English to the Western countries. So he meditated and prepared himself for a whole life. And at the age of 70s, he went to USA with how much bank balance, how much funds he had? 1 crore, 2 crores? No. Just how many? 40 rupees in the pocket in Indian currency. He went there. And that is the capital for this whole movement. And he went there. And with this humble study, he had 40 rupees in his pocket, Srimad Bhagavatam in the trunks. And with this, he started a small center in New York. There he used to give regular classes on Bhagavad Gita to all the hippies and all the suburban poor people used to come. Sometimes educated people also started joining, and then slowly this movement started taking roots. And then within a 10 years, Srila Prabhupada spread this movement not just in USA, not just in America, but all across the globe. Within his lifetime, he established 108 big temples. And who were supporting him, who were building these young people like you. That's all. And they went all across the globe. And now this is what is the man you are saying is the current status where ISKCON is present. White thing is where there is no data, but yes, somehow the preaching is going on. And blue is there is no ISKCON there, like Mongolia and some other countries which are very remote and some kind of restrictions, lots of restrictions, but otherwise, every country in the globe, ISKCON has its presence. This is a missionary movement. They are not going to stay silent and sit in one place, but they are going. So this is the ISKCON. And then, not just simply are preaching the philosophy, they are talking about the food relief, giving food to all the people, poor people. Prabhupada has given a standing order to all ISKCON temples. Within a 20 kilometers radius of all ISKCON centers, nobody should go hungry. कोई भूखा नहीं रहना चाहिए. Everybody should be fed. So that's what we started the ISKCON Food Relief Foundation. So you say that every minute there is a plate of food served all over the globe by ISKCON. एक मिनट में सर्व करी जा रही है. It's incessant, not just in India, incessant is happening all over. ISKCON has started Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, which contributes to publishing and distributing our Indian scriptures like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is distributed vastly. This is Bhagavad Gita as it is that you are reading. This is a mass circulated, most distributed Bhagavad Gita edition all over the world. And this is the most translated Bhagavad Gita. It is translated into many of the languages. Very few languages would have left now. So every language in the world, this Bhagavad Gita has been translated. This is Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is Indian culture. There are even in the communist countries like China and Russia. Of course, Russia is almost too much liberal now. Otherwise, before 90s they were very cutter. And the countries like China, which is still cutter, the achievement is there are thousands of devotees in China now, and there are unofficially because government figure we cannot tell publicly also, yeah, we have so many devotees and different. The Chinese government is very. But even in spite of that, Chinese government is sponsoring to translate Srimad Bhagavatam and publish it. So this is kind of a great thing. How many of you have seen Srimad Bhagavatam? How many of you have read Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam is our cultural encyclopedia. Prabhupada has given all Sanatana culture into Srimad Bhagavatam. You have to know really what Sanatana Dharma is, read Srimad Bhagavatam. At least first time now. Yes, he did use goosebumps. I read many times. Then ISKCON has done so much activities into COVID times also. When the COVID was going on, the whole world was sitting in the home. Who was on the streets? ISKCON was there. Of course, there were so police inspectors, police, and all the securities, and all these people were actually on the streets. If you go around here in this temple surrounding, each and every traffic police inspector, they respect ISKCON because these are the people who are on the streets, exposing themselves to COVID. And when they go home, their family members will teach them that they treat them as untouchables and how to get food and all this. ISKCON was distributing food to all police constables and police traffic controllers every day for this whole COVID time. And they respect for that. Yes, ISKCON cares for people. ISKCON cares for even us. So, yeah, that was great thing. And yes, after understanding, hearing all this, of course, this is nothing new I'm not telling. You would have already known all these stories, how ISKCON did and all these things, just to revise this thing. And when you come to all these glories and how you feel in ISKCON, you feel very nice, you feel like homely, you feel like, there's positive vibes coming out here. And suddenly one day, one person comes and says, hey, do you know, this Kartikeya, I will tell his true nature. You know, this Amohila, I will tell his true nature to you. And we'll tell some stories. And then it's called exposed. And the heart breaks. Oh my God, this is what Kartikeya Das is. But this is what Amohila Das is. This is what mentor is. And our heart breaks. And yes, no, how is it can be there? And my heart breaks. And I just, when we hear the bad words about this personality, we hear bad words about ISKCON, such a kind of a beautiful organization, institution that we revere. Heart breaks. And we don't feel to come with ISKCON. And it happens. That people will get this heart क्या हो रहा है इसका में, मैंने इतना विश्वास रखा था इसका के ऊपर and now we're talking about such kind of environments now. Okay, one thing I want to ask, how many of you, how long you are associated with this one? Just 1 month, it is a reason. Friendship breaks. इतनी पुरानी फ्रेंडशिप छोटी लगा जाता है, होता है, फाइट होती है ना, fight will happen with the relatives also, fight will happen with the neighbors also, relationship breaks, everything, because we have given our strong, and when this is now, this becomes our alter ego, and we have to understand how to protect it. Somebody says something like this one, let us understand how to face this. That's why the second topic for our program is, our session is how to face those blasphemies against this God. How many of you understand what is meant by blasphemy? क्या होता है blasphemy, क्या होता है बताएं?
Each Ninda, like whoever we have faith, again, or whoever we are having faith with, like if somebody says ills about them.
Yeah, blasphemy is very heavy word. It's not some common word. Blasphemy, if you translate it in Hindi, is Ish Ninda, something you call about your faith, somebody on whom you put your faith, like a god, your prophet, or somebody, and you talk bad about them. This is called as Ishaninda. Generally, Ishaninda means only for the god, but after some time it came to the prophet also. And after some time it is attached to everything else. Or anything else, I talk bad about you, this is also Ishaninda. It's very diluted word, and it's very it is the word to express our intolerance also. Right? Of course, when we talk about blasphemy, we are talking about literal meaning of blasphemy is to bring down something which is divine. Just something which is divine, maybe an institution, organization, God, prophet, anything which is having divine aura behind it. Just bring it down. Any statements done, any activities done for that purpose is blasphemy. Just simple terms. And then there's so many allegations and the controversies around this content. Okay, so let me know. This should not. Okay, so let me know what all accusations you have heard about this content. Brainwashing, ISKCON sends money to America. They make people brahmachari forcefully. How many of you had this kind of doubts? These doubts really है? You want answer for this doubts? How many of you want answer for these doubts? Huh? Yeah, we'll talk about them all. That I have not listed here, but they are in your hand. And then Prabhuji, I heard this and such accusations against ISKCON. Prabhuji, I want to talk about it. Yes, Prabhuji. Here's one hand raised here. Can you pass the mic?
So, like, I would like to talk about the recent controversy that went with ISKCON and Ramakrishna. Like,
we'll talk about that also. Yeah, Ramakrishna and how it was handled also. Now we'll discuss it. Yes, very nice. Please remind me, and I have showed, I think I have added that into my slides. Okay, any other controversy you have heard from about ISKCON? We'll discuss about it.
This November I went to home, so actually what happened, I heard this like the ISKCON are targeting rich people, so they are targeting them in the sense like they are taking into ISKCON and they're taking their money and the wealth and everything.
पूरा पैसा लेके गरीब हो चुके हैं और भीख मांग रहे हैं ISKCON में. Yeah, we'll talk about this. ISKCON a money-minded institution? Good. Yes. Any other accusations on ISKCON you have heard? Yes, Prabhuji.
So I heard like Prabhuji used to say don't consume onion or garlic and all those things, but they themselves consume. I heard
So what they speak, they will walk. Huh? So yeah, this is an accusation. I have not heard it, but yeah. So we'll talk about that. Yeah. Again, any other accusations that you have heard about this?
I think in some of
Do
the
you mind doing? Again,
I think
they might. Everybody gets also recently.
so. In some of the video, they were saying that they make people salesmen, and even they make even children sell the books.
Huh? Child abuse, child labor. Yeah, good. Okay.
And another thing is like there is another there's someone from Arya Sampradaya, right?
Arya Samaj, yeah.
Arya Samaj who like, throw a challenge and like that also.
Hmm. Yeah, Arya Samaj and ISKCON fight. We'll talk about that. Yeah, for yours.
I'm just supporting my statement. So yesterday we went for book distribution. So one person was asking me how much profit are you getting by selling this. So then we had a heated argument. So yeah, people think that they're getting some profit, some earnings from it.
Yeah. So people earn money by selling books. They have this kind of idea. Good. Okay. So let's go ahead slowly, step by step. How much time we have, Prabhuji? I hope I will be able to cover all the topics. I have not put many things into the slides. Many things just titles and 50. One hour? Till 2 o'clock? I will be finished before that, maybe not much. Okay. Is ISKCON an American society? Yes. This is the very old accusation when ISKCON came to India and they were talking about keeping Americans Americans, because Indians would not have seen anybody foreigners there. And everybody white skinned person is an American for them. But actually, of course, this Prabhupada has started this institution in New York, which is specifically in United States of America. But he never named it as the American Society for Krishna. What is the name? International Society for Krishna Consciousness. This is the international society. It is not only limited to America. Temple into Europe also. It has temple into South America, North America, everywhere, Canada. It has temples into Australia, Africa. The money spent to purchase these even batteries. The bills have to be submitted to the temple account. You will make a receipt out of it, voucher out of it, and it will be filed. And auditor will sign it. Okay, the order, the expenses, and the income are matching, kind of thing. So they have to give all the accounts. Every penny is counted there. Okay. So the question is ISKCON sending money? Something about the funds coming from, coming from outside and going outside. You have heard there are many organizations whose accounts are freeze because they are getting lots of money from America, isn't it? For the medical conversions and so many activities and all these things. Government is very vigilant. Whenever money, in any times, when money goes from India to outside, not just India to outside, any country to country money transfer is monitored by the government. Without government's approval or maybe monitoring, the money, huge amount of money cannot be transferred. Strictly monitored. So in that case, without getting notice of American government or Indian government, money transfer is not possible. And of course, Indian government is very strict. अरे इंडिया में पैसा कम है, इंडिया से पैसा बाहर से भेजेंगे यार. So and that's not possible at all. So Indian government is very strict about monitoring it. They have frozen so many accounts, but they are allowing this country to work. That means they have full trust on ISKCON. Another thing is ISKCON is generating. People say ISKCON is generating money. If we accept it, okay, ISKCON sends money to America. Theoretically accepted. And what they do it there? What they are doing it there in America? They have personal accounts. They are sending into personal people's accounts. Okay, people are becoming rich. Is it? No.
They are spreading Krishna consciousness.
They are building temples. Even the money is getting generated in America. They are building temples. They are printing books. They are distributing books. That's for the purpose. See, for transfer of the funds and all these things, there are the proper strict norms and the governments. They have to write so many forms and this and that. Then only we can send the money. And see, the example here, somebody is sending money to America, they have to have a proper approval of the government to send it back. Send it back. Again, another thing is, in India also we have so many ISKCON projects running. Like for example, this temple, how much is maybe 20 crore is worth of the temple. You have another temple coming up into Whitefield, which is that Whitefield land. It's also another 30 crore project. There are other temples somewhere, everywhere projects are coming up, new and new. If you sum up all the projects, almost 2000 crore rupees projects are pending in ISKCON now. This much money is needed, and we are short of it. Do you think India will send, ISKCON in India will send money to America? अरे खुद ही कमी पड़ रहा है ना, प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट करो ना, फिर सेंड इन अमेरिका, है ना? One thing, and again, and it is not actually the fact that ISKCON is sending money to America, not at all. If it has to send, it has to send all of the world. But yes, there are some projects like projects in Bangladesh which are not able to produce much money. There are some projects like into Africa. They are not able to produce the poor countries. And the लोगों के खाने के लाले भाई वो कहाँ पैसा देंगे? How will you donate funds there? Those places we set up a corps where on this in this corps all the places, my funds from all the world will come there, and these temples they are running for it. And what they do, they run the temples, they do food for life programs there for poor Africans, and they do all the sort of welfare work and preach them. And there are so many Africans also today taking up Krishna consciousness, taking up Hinduism. We're seeing some YouTube videos about it, right? So that also some funds are set up. It is a fact that we have set up a funds which will help people in UK to build up their temples again. We have set up the funds which will help which will help the Bangladesh temple which were burnt 2 years back, remember? And people were devotees were killed to help those temples which are there building. But yes, everything is happening in the cognizance of Indian government or in the Bangladesh government or Ukraine government. It's happening. Again, the question is ISKCON money-minded institution? They are just behind money. And this whole 1 year, how much money Kartikeya Prabhu has asked you? How much you registered for these courses? 100 rupees, right? 100 rupees. Just here I have paid 100 rupees and attended all the courses. How much you would have spent to run this course? So like ISKCON giving so many kind of courses, this is a life, what is the course name? Festival of Enlightenment. This is life transforming course. People have changed their lives. We have life coaches available in market today who give personality development courses. Anybody who's seen those courses? How much they charge? A huge amount. Like personality development, how to eat, how to talk, and all these things. But how much money they are charging? Nothing. Life is changing. So in this way, these people, they are spending money to change people's lives instead of taking it. These are not money people. And if you say just compare money-minded institutions, what they do? They ask money all the time. They use money for lavish show off their things, and what they do? They give all kind of facilities to you all. But in ISKCON, what they do? They tell onion garlic छोड़ना पड़ेगा. They tell non-veg छोड़ना पड़ेगा. Drinking छोड़ना. सुबह you have to wake up in the morning 3:30. How many of money will come to you if you tell all these kind of rules and regulations? Money will run away, Baba. If you tell all these kind of rules and regulations, the money will not come. And when you wake up, when this money institutions, organizations open, दुकानदारी कब खुलती होता है? 10 बजे. ISKCON temple कब खुलते हैं? Subuh early morning 6 o'clock. Which kind of person is coming and giving donation, man? When they wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, they open the altar, they do aarti, they do chanting, So is this money minded thing? No. And so many rules and regulations are there with per se, and there's so much services. And when you see the life of this devotees, anybody has gone into Kartikeya Guru's room actually? Have you seen Kartikeya Guru's room? Huh? Such a kind of a small, cramped room. The person who asks money a lot, his life will be so lavish. सिल्क का कपड़ा पहनते हुए ऐसे झिलमिल झिलमिल every time eating only dry fruits, nothing else. Is it like that? This person eats nothing, only boiled vegetables. You ask him, तो वही आपके लिए पकौड़ा लेके आओ क्या? He will never accept पकौड़ा and all these things. है ना? So he takes simple diet, boiled vegetables and all these things, not a lavish diet and all these things. Simple person. है ना? I have seen this video by Mulila Prabhu also, his room, and one day with Brahmachari kind of thing. Have you seen his room? A small room. The person who is earning, who will be earning money much a lot. Of course, he could have earned. The Kartik Prabhu, the gold medalist in the beats, he would have earned a lot. A few crores in a year, he would have package would have got it. But he is that I came here asking money. No. This is not an money minded. By any symptom, ISKCON doesn't fit the category of a money minded institution. Of course, money comes to ISKCON and we don't save it. ISKCON doesn't have savings a lot at all. Prabhupada has given a norm. Whatever money you get, spend it off completely. Spend it off completely. When the next festival comes, raise money again. So no savings there at all. This is a Brahminical culture actually. Whatever you get today, whatever you bake today in the village, you eat it and use it today for you. Today's purpose solved, tomorrow again you go for again. This is a Brahminical society. This is not a money-minded society. You have doubt? So you are raising a hand. Yes, you socially. आपको जैसे कर रहे थे नहीं ना ठीक है. Okay, this is called money-minded society. Definitely by symptom it is. Okay, another question.
I have one question.
Yes,
So, so as you said, that many monks here, many teachers here have who could have earned a lot while being in corporate, they left and then continued as full time. So, if they had continued with the job, they could have supported ISKCON more financially in a better way. They could have influenced also from their colleagues. So why they chose to be full-time monks?
Those are other things. Why to become brahmachari? Okay, that will come to brahmachari last thing. But yes, fine. So why people they don't choose? Of course, this is choice of theirs. But it's not like that doesn't mean that we don't have anybody who's into corporate and who's stable and settled in corporate life or financially stable. And there are so many examples in ISKCON itself. So in ISKCON there are thousands of devotees. If you say we have this temple, Whitefield Temple has almost 2,000 congregations. Around this temple would have 2,000 congregations, Sanjay Nagar here and there. Whole Bangalore, maybe 10 and 15,000 congregations will be there. Many of them are corporate, financially stable, contributing nicely to their temples. And they have family life, they have children, they have their businesses running around. How many brahmacharis they have? 10,000 congregation, general everybody, and Whitefield will have 10-12 brahmacharis. This temple will have 10-12 brahmacharis. Sanjay Nagar, 0 brahmacharis there. Kerala, they have only 3 brahmacharis, isn't it? 3 brahmacharis, totally 43 brahmacharis. That's all. This whole people, whole congregation, of course, whole over the Bangalore, how many brahmacharis we have? 50 and 50, right? 50. 10,000 versus 50. What is the ratio? That's not Prabhuji. But many of the rest of them, everybody is settled. So we are not forcing anybody to become brahmacharis. So it's their own choice. It's their own choice whether to become brahmachari full time. See, this is a choice of everybody, everyone. Whether I want to work outside and give fruit in Krishna's service, or instead of giving fruit to Krishna, I will work for Krishna only. So this is brahmachari life. I will not, there is no other contamination there. लेकिन बाहर में खड़े होके क्यों उसे कंजूस लोग के सिर्फ पाला पड़ना है नहीं. Let me work for Krishna in a Krishna conscious environment, that's all. And work on whatever intelligence, whatever memory, whatever skills I have got, I will use it completely for Krishna service. That's all. So this is a brahmacharya. But yes, of course, if you cannot do that, there's always option for you to work outside nicely, earn money, you take a little portion for yourself and rest of it donate. 50% maybe. Otherwise 100%. 100% करना ही है तो फिर let's be brahmachari, man. Okay, but there is no force. Okay, among this, look, there is a ratio here. 10,000 to 50. That's it. So there is no force. People can do this. It's a choice of them. Okay. Again, the question comes: ISKCON brainwashing people. This is not just today's accusation. 50 years back, when Prabhupada was on the earth, that time also these accusations were there. The parents will tell, "Kya मेरा बेटे को उठा के ले गए?" Few days back, videos were there. The parents will be damn against कि my son is becoming brahmachari in ISKCON, and actually we had a case here. The boy wanted to become a brahmachari, and parents drugged him. Parents drugged him and took him back. Not just one case. This one case I have seen my eyes in front of me, and there's another case. A nice guy from IIM passed out, an intelligent, Brahminical person, Tamil, and very intelligent. He joined brahmacharya ashram. His parents came and drugged him for 1 year almost. He was whole 1 year he was under the drugs, under the influence of a drug, and one day he got some memory and all he was okay. So somehow he came out of this. Yeah, there are brainwashing. They ask me, because why people standing on this called is brainwashing, because whole culture changes. There's a paradigm shift. Parents think that if my son goes to the pubs, if my son goes to the discotheque, if my son smokes, if my son drugs and all these things, it is normal, natural. But if my son goes to temple and prays there at least 2 hours, Hare Krishna mantra chanting, and he quits drinking, smoking, he quits all this bad habits and all these things, oh, this is abnormal. This is not because of this is not because we are brainwashing and all. The parents are becoming disturbed and sorrow because अरे मेरा बेटा brahmachari बन गया. They cry. Are they crying because of the pain that brahmachari is giving? No, it is just because the ignorance that they have. अरे भाई, your son is not doing anything wrong. He just dedicated his life for Krishna, that's all. That they have not understood, because we have gone through so many courses and so many understanding of it. We have got a proper understanding of it, what should be done. But unfortunately, our culture has been lost. We have seen in our courses here. Our culture, how it is lost, is a cultural gap has come. We are trying to refill that gap now. They don't understand what is it mean by giving life for Krishna. You see, imagine in a Muslim family, son becomes Maulana, they celebrate. In Jain family, son becomes monk, they celebrate. Of a Christian, the son becomes a pastor, they celebrate. In Indian society, a son becomes brahmachari, they cry. So this is a cultural gap that has come up just because of onslaught for. We have seen this Britishers onslaught, the cultural whitewash happened for us. Because of that, all these things have happened. So don't feel bad. The parents ro rahe hain. Let them cry, because this is because just their ignorance. After some time they can understand. My parents also cried a lot when I joined Brahmacharya, but now they appreciate a lot. Whatever, my father personally says to me, whatever you are doing it, nobody in our family could have done it, and it's a great thing to do. So he gives lots of blessings to me. Some people, there are some people, they try to influence parents. Your son will not be coming to you. You have seen that one story just recently, a few months back, not few months, a few weeks back. some Singhania died. You know, who was Singhania? Padmapat Singhania's son. Anybody remember Raymond's honor?
Yes.
You know, who was there with him? Their children refused to come for his funeral even. नहीं आएंगे उसके अंत्येष्टि तक को नहीं आएंगे कोई ग्रैंडसन्स दे डिड सम funeral for him. So Padmapat Singha, do you remember? Anybody remember Padmapat Singha? Who has read Purple Gilamo Devendra? His son. No, it happened like that. No, that doesn't mean that your son is not a brahmachari, means he will come and help you in your old age. Actually, ulta brahmachari, if somebody, your son is brahmachari, he will responsibly come to you and help you when you are in problem. He doesn't need to take vacations and things. And your son, he has gone to America, he has to spend a lot and come to India, take a leave and all. It's a big financial loss for him. They will reject to come. But brahmacharis can anytime come to help you. So you be assured that your parents will be taken care of, because you will compromise. And better taken care. You will not have any problems. Parents have to understand. Okay? So it's called brainwashing machines. Yes.
Hello. So, like, my question would be, like, as parents brought up their children, so, like, there should be some expectation that at our old age, like, they will serve us back, right? And, like, as someone is becoming brahmachari, he's rejecting all the money he's getting, right? And as the old age comes, like, naturally people need more care, right? Like, more care, 24 hours monitoring and all medical supports as well. So in that case, like in my opinion, that is one of the point of view why parents cry when their sons become brahmachari.
Everybody's fear is that old age. Even brahmacharis have fear of old age. And brahmachari would have an account they. My parents used to tell this. When you get married, so even parents know that fear. Who will look after us? You know, the same question can be asked to the same parents. And same question, example of the Raymond's owner. He has raised his children like, very rich people and all these things. Did they came to look at him? He died alone in a home. इतना बड़ा property building था उसको. Nobody take care of him. Nobody.
That was 1-2 cases, right? Like most
One, two cases, Prabhu. Open your eyes and see the society. Why these old age homes are increasing in the society today? Why there are so many people who are abandoning their children? Their parents, children, parents को abandon. They just leave them into the hospital and the hospice or the old age home and run. It's terrific. Increasing, the cases are increasing. And now today you see, every parent has a single child. And whole burden of the parents come up with the same child. Not just one parent, two parents. Father, mother, father-in-law, mother-in-law. How many of you? Only your parents have only one children. Your wife also has a single child. Then you have to take care of both of them. And better to have many children. One children you can give it to Krishna. At least.
And again, like every parent wants their vaksha vriddhi jata hai na.
Why should we?
Yeah, correct. So if you don't get married, right, like it happens, like if you are a single child.
See, it is said in Shastras even, Vaishavati is why we need Vaishavati? Because some punya will come. Otherwise, there is no benefit. After you die, what is Vaishavati going to do for you? This future benefit, how they will be doing some Shastra Sanskar and all these things. But somebody in your family becomes a devotee, whole lineage of yours gets liberated. There is no need of this status of these things. Vaishavati नहीं हुआ तो चलेगा. लेकिन 1% of the family has to become a devotee. You read in Srimad Bhagavatam the passage of Nrsimhadev. When Nrsimhadev gives this promise to his Prahlad Maharaj, don't worry, your father is already liberated because you are liberated. Not just his mother's generation, his father's generation, and the coming generation, 7. All of them are liberated.
But Hiranyakashipu already was Vishnu Putra. Hiranyakashipu already was a Vishnu Putra. He was Jaya, right?
Even though of course, that is another thing, he is Vishnu Putra, he got liberated, but what about their children? Prahlad Maharaj's son, this is his son, and again his son. When he was given liberation.
I think like Prahlad Maharaj's grandson was Bali Maharaj. Right?
Bali Maharaj, all got mercy of Krishna. So don't worry, Prabhuji. If you become a pure devotee, your parents are benefited, your children are benefited. even mother's line and father's line also are liberated. Okay? So there is no need to worry. Okay, this is brainwashing thing. Of course, we talk about brainwashing, yes, already हमारे brain में इतना कचरा भरा हुआ है because of so much contamination of the media, social media, this thing has to be cleared. You have to bring back into the proper consciousness. So that washing, cleaning is must. That's what we do. ठीक है? Any doubts about brainwashing? Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
So, I have one question. Why this type of question came into our mind? This one is an American company. Why this type of question came out in our mind? मतलब एक काबर के
ये सवाल आते ही क्यों हैं?
हाँ और एक काबर है बिना धुआं में आग नहीं लगता है बिना धुआं में आग नहीं आता है मतलब
बिना धुआं के आते हैं
हाँ तो कुछ तो होगा इसीलिए इसको समझ आ रहा है
Why people criticize this part? उसके बाद हम लोग मेरा the next section of this presentation is about that only. Why people act this? ठीक है, we'll talk about this.
So और एक क्वेश्चन है
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we are going to save God for chanting Lord Krishna. So why we are always fighting for always with some other Hindu community for RJ Samana. I hear some news.
Yeah.
We are fighting why? Because our goal is only one. We are chanting Lord Krishna. But why you are fighting with others?
Why these spiritual organizations are fighting among themselves? Yes, we'll talk about it. ठीक है?
Is there any dynamite? Is there any politics there behind there? No.
We'll talk about it. Why is Hindu society themselves they are fighting amongst each other? There's also a nice explanation for that. We have taken this explanation. Okay, any other accusation of ISKCON that we have not dealt with till now? Because we are going to start next section. Why people criticize? Before going to that, yeah.
I was telling about that. He asked right. Arya Samaj.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. And then, any other accusation? Money-minded? Yeah, brainwashing we have cleared. We have cleared about drugs. Yes. ISKCON people, they talk about all these things, but they use drugs. Huh? Child abuse. See, there are so many accusations in ISKCON. ISKCON के लोग प्रसाद में drugs मिलाते हैं. Prasad becomes so tasty, and people will become addicted to it. How many feel to take prasad again and again and again? I also like it. I think I was serving in ISKCON kitchen there. I tell you the secret of it. What I used to do, I didn't know, before coming to ISKCON, I didn't know cooking at all. I just saw other people cooking and I just started following the procedures and all these things. Sometimes I used to call my mother, Mom, I have to cook this, and please don't tell me what to do. And she will tell me the recipe, I will use that recipe. Same. Whatever my mother tell, I will use the same recipes. And I'm not a great cook, fine. But when I cook it nicely and take this plate into the altar and close the curtain, ring the bell, do the Naivedya to the Lord, and when I bring that plate out, the food will be completely different. Not in the appearance, texture, and the taste will be different. Who's the taste maker here? Krishna. When you offer it to Krishna and bring it out, he is the one who is doing the magic there inside the altar. I know this much time we are cooking and putting into all this mixing, and just whole prasadam. Because it is a prasadam, it is a karma-free food, it tastes so nice. And that's why we are feeding it to take it again and again. And it's a culture in India. Whenever you get prasadam, you have to accept immediately. What talk about accepting? In India, you see, they fight and they rock for prasadam. In the temple, in this kind of here, people will come and they demand and fight, "Arey, prasad kaise nahi de rahe ho hamare ko? We want prasad, we want prasad." So they demand and fight for prasad. So this is karma-free food, and that's why it is so tasty. It's absolutely no works there. Neither even onion garlic is there, it's addictive also. Onion garlic bhi nahi hai, फिर भी it's so tasty. It tastes so tasty. So there is no other at all. I was in the kitchen actually. Of course, if you want, you can also join us in the kitchen services sometimes. Book and see yourself. What are the ingredients there? Okay, any other doubts?
There were some other news also, like in the initial days of this process, but some people who did such things, normally about.
Yes, of course, ISKCON, we will be fighting all these things, kind of things actually, because people started taking benefit of ISKCON. There are many people who came to ISKCON and started doing all these things. There are so no, no, we give chance to each and every person, even if it's a thief or even the druggist and all these things. This is the place for reforms. People, this is no. In a hospital, who will you find? Patients who are infected. They are not healthy people in hospital. Are there healthy people in hospital? Because they are patients, they are in hospital. So there will be some people who come with their contaminations, but they are trying to reform. ISKCON is allowing people to reform. Yes, people, sometimes people don't reform, they just want to take benefit advantage. We take them out or we take some precautionary actions against them and all these things. You know? So, yes, ISKCON is not kind of any very old organization. It's just 50 years old organization. If you compare to other organizations, it's just very young now. We are learning, we are learning, we are improving, so many things are again, it's coming better and better and better every day, every time, every mistake we are learning it. So yes, there are some mistakes being done in the past history, but yes, ISKCON is evolving into this. The same topics we talk about now, ISKCON में चप्पल खींचो हो जाती है. Say, but it's a temple, man. How can my temple get stolen here? Yes, because we accept everybody. We don't stop even a beggar coming here. We don't stop even a thief coming here. Of course, he's coming here and stealing and all these things, but yeah, there's a watchman and all these things will be there. But yes, even a thief wants to have transformation, we accept.
Another thing I have a question regarding this online. So there was some acquisition on at that time of GBC when Srila Prabhupada was going. So something was poisoned. That also.
Okay, proper poisoning and all these things. Hmm? So you want to, okay. People say that Prabhupada was poisoned and all these things. But imagine, Prabhupada was pure devotee of Krishna. Okay. Will not Krishna protect him? Even somebody wants to poison Prabhupada, will not Prabhupada punish him severely, that person? Hmm? And of course, if you think that it is something kind of such thing happened, then why not there is investigation? And if it is such a kind of criminal thing, it should have been investigated and punished. Yeah. So after this, there is some kind of a remote and rare evidence and something kind of a blur words are there that thinking that yeah, this is the Prabhupada is telling. So this is baseless accusation and it is a grown up story kind of thing. That's all. But of course, if it would have been like that, it's on and on spot, it should have been investigated. And ISKCON would have supported it. And even whenever there was accusation on ISKCON of such kind of assault, ISKCON always cooperated, investigated, and whoever found culprit, he was punished. Even today, it is there. So don't worry that it will be ऐसा किया था वैसा किया था. So of course, Prabhupada poisoning thing, it is a made up accusations, speculations.
And another thing is based on the GBC, having the power, right? This one divided in two or three, one is Hare Krishna movement, Ritviks, one another, I don't remember recall the name. In some other country there was another branch, they called them as ISKCONs. But the cultural difference is same, right? That is also.
See, one thing you said, Prabhupada has standing order. He has given a strong instruction to his disciples that if you want to love, if you love me, and if you follow me, so he says, always be in ISKCON and always obey GBC. That is standing instructions by Prabhupada. If you say, I love Prabhupada, but I don't want to follow GBC, that means you are doing avagya. So Prabhupada said, Prabhupada has given this specific norms to GBC, so we have to follow. Even GBC does a mistake or whatever it is, there are mechanisms to recover, correct and all these things. So for the love of Prabhupada, they have to stay in ISKCON, then obey GBC.
There are other things that who can create their result, that philosophy.
Ritvikism, yeah. It's the bogus thing. This is philosophically it is bogus. Okay. We'll discuss about it again. Shall we discuss now? No. I'll read them. So this is another whole topic for that, how Hinduism is bogus. But it is definitely not what Prabhupada meant. Parampara has to continue. Okay. Okay. So why people criticize ISKCON? We'll just go a little bit faster. Why people criticize and who are these people who are criticizing? Okay. Just general talk. You also face sometimes criticism, right? Why people criticize you?
Either they are jealous or they misunderstand,
Jealous, one thing. Again,
or they misunderstand.
misunderstanding, another point. And why people criticize you? They care about you. They want to improve. Third, anything else? They are a complete enemy out of you. So there are few things. Either they envy you, that's why they criticize you. They misunderstand you, that's why they criticize you. There can be difference of opinion. Okay, this is my ideology, this is your ideology. Another people do this criticism for fault finding. Some people do this for a grudge. Some people do it for enmity. So we do one by one. There's enmity. Of course, ISKCON is a competition to many people. So in Russia, there was a accusation on ISKCON. This book is extremist book. Talks about this book is extremist book and it should be banned and happened because it's enmity. And how ISKCON faced it? It fought a legal battle. When somebody with enmity comes against you, ISKCON fights. Look, we have to fight a legal battle for it. We have to fight for it. When we fight back, when somebody criticizes you, fight back. When you fight back, not always. When there is accusations against your faith, against God, Hare Krishna is such and such person, Hare God is Prabhupada is like this. In this kind of accusations, we have to fight back. Not staying silent. Right? Accusations against it, we should not silently sit back. Because these are accusations because of the enmity. So these accusations will not be tolerated. We have to always fight back with the force of all the heart. When there are accusations or maybe discussion of criticism because of some misunderstanding, okay, there are some misunderstanding happening and because of some other misunderstanding or whatever it is, we have to come, we have to discuss, we have to do the argumentation and deliberation, and we have to solve these differences. So for example, in history, this incident somebody knows. There's an accusation there. One very highly regarded saint. They said something. ISKCON is a Videshi Sanstha. Then it's a very big accusation. And it was just purely based on some kind of misunderstanding this saint had. Ramabhadracharya. Then we went to him, humbly updated him and explained his point of view and everything. And then this difference of opinion was not different opinion. This misunderstanding was cleared, and now Ramabhadracharya glorifies his conduct. Not just Ramabhadracharya, many people. So difference in opinion, sorry, not the criticism again because of the misunderstanding has to be cleared in this particular. Difference in ideology. When we talk about Arya Samaj, we talk about Jainism, we are talking about so many things. They have a cutter difference of opinion with ISKCON. Cutter. For example, Jainism. They don't accept Vedas at all. And we have some ideology that they don't accept and they are really don't accept. But still, these two organizations are in a nice harmony. And whenever devotees do they get prasadam, they go to the Jain hotels. They take prasadam there, and Jain also they are very respectful to ISKCON also. So there is no problems there. And we talk about Arya Samaj and all these things. Of course, Arya Samaj has some kind of background of fighting spirit, preaching spirit, and all these things. But finally, they should understand, even though they have some kind of a difference of opinion. Arya Samaj accepts Vedas only, and ISKCON speaks about the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad Puran and all these things. Why you are reading Bhagavad Gita? You should read Vedas. That's what tradition is there. So this is a difference in ideology. So we have to understand with this difference in ideology also we have to respect each other because we are not enemy to each other. Our enemy is who? Even if we talk about Ramacharya or Jainism and all of the different religious institutions, are we enemy to each other? No. Who is our enemy? Our enemy is one, atheism. Fight against it. At least they are not atheists. That we understand. There will be difference of opinion. We have to accept. Humbly, we have to agree to disagree. That's all. But not to keep any enmity. And Prabhupada's times also, Prabhupada used to have a nice friend. He was a Mayavadi. What anybody knows his name? Something Mishra. Dr. Mishra. Prabhupada stayed his home and all these things. And after initial days, he nicely helped Prabhupada to start teaching and all. When ISKCON became a big organization, Dr. Mishra came to Sri Prabhupada. Prabhupada received him nicely and honored him. But the disciples came, Prabhupada, this is Mayavadi. Whatever it is. Even if he is Mayavadi, I am cutter against him, against his thoughts, but he is my friend. That's all. Even then there can be difference of opinion, but there can be friendship there also. Even political worlds we have seen. Congress and BJP, they are so cutter enemies, but still, there are so many politicians who are friends with each other. And even the same family, one son is in the BJP, one son is in the Congress. And they have to stay in one home. So yes, so there can be agreement to disagree. So within this, our Hindu societies, we have to practice this very strictly. So again, how should we look in all these scenarios and what should be in mind view to this? When we see these acquisitions and all these things, my mind gets disturbed. Which person should I believe? Because some understanding and maturity that we have. Of course, we didn't talk about that Vivekananda or this one thing. We'll talk about it again. Okay, after these things. How should I look into this? So this is a statement from Srimad Letter of Instruction book. It says, yes, Krishnas yes agritam manasa dreta dikshasi che pranati bhishcha bhajanti mishnam shushushaya bhajana vidnam anyanyam aninda shunya vidamipsita sangalabhya. What does it mean? How to behave with different categories of devotees? An important point, important line is the final. Serve that pure devotee who is advanced. Okay, one should read it completely. One should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name. How we should behave among ourselves. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotees who undergo spiritual initiation. How we should behave with the seniors. Diksha. And is engaged in worshiping the deities. And one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. We have to associate, we have to accept the words of that person only who is free from the idea of criticizing others, unnecessary criticism. So, of course, when I came to Bangalore, ISKCON and all this, and then the big issue came and all this, and I was confused. Which part should I look after and all these things? I had one single criteria. Who is criticizing? Who is unnecessarily putting forward things? And so this party is very nice. They are humbly, they are practicing nicely, so they should be true. So unnecessary criticism, that party we should always avoid, and people who are humbly and respectfully respecting others, even though they have a difference of opinion, and they accept them as and an example of how that Vivekananda philosophy things was handled with the highest level of maturity by ISKCON as well as Ramakrishna Maharaj. See, of course, that whole chaos and commotion happened into only social media. Who was doing commotion? People who are followers, people who are immature YouTubers, immature reel makers, and all this. They were doing so much commotions and everything. Murila would say some kind of a statement which was heard by some kind of ardent followers, and they said, I am heard. And then news went to Ramakrishna Mission. So they said, okay, this is not right. So what they did? They started making reels. Any reels somebody has seen from Ramakrishna Mission, and they started giving press conference and shouting around, hi, hi, whatever. No. Highly matured way, they just wrote a letter and sent it to ISKCON. And what ISKCON did? They also ISKCON also wrote a letter and apologized and sent to them. And of course, voluntarily Amorila Prabhu took, okay, wait, of course, ISKCON protected Amorila Prabhu, but Amorila Prabhu said, yes, I will take some punishment. So he took a voluntary punishment, nobody forced him. He voluntarily went out and he took us punishment for that. And of course, 1 month completely he was away from social media. He had so much responsibilities, so many programs that he cancelled everything. And it's such a big thing. And he went out and he took a voluntary punishment for that purpose. It was not required even. He has already apologized and he has already clarified things. But yes, this thing was handled so naturally. Only chaos was done by fellow YouTubers and who are kind of immature people. But yes, highest level it was handled very maturely. So that both institutions showed amazing cultural respect with each other. It is, it is there in all the places. We are there together to let the glories of this Indian culture and Sanatana Dharma all over the world on fire. But respect others. Okay? Hare Krishna. Let's stop it here. Any other doubts you have, please take it in a very little way. Otherwise, there is person waiting.
During Prasad,
Yes. We have Prasad here or there.
thank you
Hare
very much.
Krishna.
I'm sure devotees are going to like